There's one word that will instantly out you as an outsider in the Motor City, and you've probably been saying it wrong your entire life. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Let's talk about Detroit, or should I say Dee-troit, or maybe Detroit, because apparently how you say it determines whether you actually are from here or you're just some tourist who watched 8 Mile once and thinks now they get it. Here's the thing about people who aren't from Detroit. They say the city's name like it's a musical performance, like they're auditioning for a production of Midwestern Cities, the musical. It's almost 2 syllables. Scratch that. It's almost 2 separate words. The D gets pronounced like the letter itself, D. Then a little pause for dramatic effect, Troit. Dee-troit. They really lean into that D like they're trying to get full credit for knowing the alphabet. It's like they want to have the D all the time. They've got that D on their mind. The D is right here in front of them, and they're just going to look at that D and obsess about the D right there, huh? But people actually from Detroit, they don't have time for that nonsense. They say it all strung together, slurred into one barely distinguishable word. The D isn't even really a D sound. It's more of a duh, like da or did. It's Detroit. One fluid motion, no theatrical pauses, no emphasis on individual letters, just a casual, effortless mash of sounds that comes out like you're too busy building cars and eating coney dogs to enunciate properly. And here's where it gets painful for me personally. I haven't lived in Detroit for a while now. That kind of makes me sad, but I've noticed something horrifying. I've started saying it like everyone else. Dee-troit, with a hard D, the 2-syllable treatment, the whole outsider package. I've become what I once would have mocked. I'm a traitor to my own city, one pronunciation at a time. It's like I've been assimilated into the rest of America, and it doesn't stop there. Sometimes I catch myself saying soda instead of the correct word, which is obviously pop. What's next? Am I going to start calling water fountain a bubbler? Am I going to pretend casserole and hot dish are different things? Where does this linguistic betrayal end? And don't even get me started on the ginger ale situation. I've discovered that there are people out there, real, living, breathing, good-meaning people, who drink Canada Dry ginger ale, like on purpose, as if Vernors doesn't exist, as if Vernors isn't the superior ginger ale in every conceivable way. For those of you who don't know, Vernors is a Detroit staple. It's what you drink when you have an upset stomach, when you want to make a Boston cooler, or when you want to just remember what actual flavor tastes like. Canada Dry is what you drink when you've given up on joy, when you don't care about America, when you just embrace communism. Quick question for you, Panda Nation. What's your regional drink or food that outsiders just don't understand? Hit me up in the comments. I want to know and I want to try it. And the darker, the spicier, the better. And look, I get it. The word isn't perfect. We can't all be from Detroit. Someone has to be from somewhere else, places that haven't discovered Vernors, places where people say soda without shame, places where people think adding an extra syllable to a city name is just normal behavior. But here's the deal. If you ever find yourself going to Detroit and you don't want to immediately announce that you're an outsider, you're going to have to adjust your pronunciation. You can't just walk around saying Detroit like you're hosting a geography bee. You have to go and commit to Detroit. Let that D get soft. Let those syllables blur together like a proper Midwesterner who's got places to be and no time for pronunciation. It's a subtle thing. It matters to me. It matters to Detroiters. It's the difference between blending in and having every local immediately clock you as a tourist. And trust me, Detroiters can spot an outsider faster than you can say Motown. So practice in the mirror if you have to. Detroit, not Dee-troit. Squish it together, make it lazy, make it sound like you've been saying it your whole life while drinking Vernors and calling it pop. And if you can't manage that, well, I guess you just have to accept your fate as an obvious outsider, wandering around the Motor City mispronouncing its name like some sort of linguistic tourist. At least you'll have Canada Dry to comfort you, like the monster you are. As for me, I'm over here trying to retrain my mouth to remember where I came from, one Detroit at a time. Peter Von Panda. Out.